Imagine this. You're walking away. Not out of anger, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. You've decided that your time, your energy, and your peace of mind are worth more than chasing someone who doesn't value you. And as you walk away, something fascinating happens. She notices. She realizes. And her reaction? It's not what you'd expect. Welcome, gentlemen, to a lesson that will change the way you approach relationships, self-worth, and emotional control. This isn't just a video, it's a masterclass in Stoic principles, applied to one of the most powerful dynamics in life, the moment she realizes you've lost interest. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of attraction, the power of indifference, and how to reclaim your power as a man. But before we begin, I need you to do something for me. If you're ready to take control of your relationships, to rise above emotional games, and to become the man who commands respect without saying a word, hit that subscribe button. Why? Because this message isn't just for you, it's for every man out there who needs to hear it. Together, we can spread this wisdom, build a community of strong, disciplined men, and change lives. So subscribe, like, and share this video. Let's get started. Let's start with the Stoics. These ancient philosophers, men like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, understood something profound about human nature. They knew that our greatest power lies not in controlling others, but in controlling ourselves. And when it comes to relationships, this principle is everything. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about that. When you're in a relationship, or even just navigating the dating world, your greatest power lies in your ability to control your emotions, your actions, and your reactions. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. But here's the thing, walking away isn't about playing games. It's not about manipulation. It's about self-respect. It's about saying, I value myself too much to stay where I'm not valued. And when you do that, something incredible happens. She notices. And her reaction? It's a lesson in human psychology that every man needs to understand. Now, let's talk about the psychology of indifference and why this works. Have you ever noticed how people react when you stop chasing them? When you stop giving them your time, your attention, your energy? It throws them off. It makes them question their own value. Because here's the truth, most people thrive on validation. They feed off your interest, your attention, your emotional investment. But when you take that away, when you become indifferent, you take away their power. Think of it like this, interest is like a fire. It burns bright, but it needs fuel to keep going. Indifference, on the other hand, is like water. It's calm, it's steady, and it has the power to extinguish even the fiercest flames. When you respond to her lack of interest with indifference, you're not just protecting your peace, you're showing that you're in control. And that, gentlemen, is how you win. But let me be clear, this isn't about playing games. It's about self-respect. It's about understanding that your value doesn't come from her approval. It comes from within. And when you learn to embody that, you become unstoppable. So what happens when she realizes you've lost interest? How does she react? Let's break it down. First, there's confusion. She's used to being the center of your attention, and when that attention disappears, she doesn't know what to do. She starts to question herself. Did I do something wrong? Did I lose him? And in that moment, the power dynamic shifts. Next, there's curiosity. She starts to wonder why you're not chasing her anymore. She starts to notice the qualities that made her interested in you in the first place. And if you've played your cards right, if you've walked away with dignity and self-respect, she'll start to see you in a new light. Finally, there's attraction. When she realizes that you're not like every other guy, that you're not going to chase her, beg for her attention, or play her games, she'll start to see you as a man of value. A man who knows his worth. And that, gentlemen, is when the tables turn. So how do you get to this point? How do you become the man who walks away with confidence and self-respect? Let me give you 3 practical steps, straight from the Stoics. Step 1. Know your worth. Before you can walk away, you need to understand that your value doesn't come from her approval. It comes from within. Take time to reflect on your strengths, your principles, and your goals. Build a life that you're proud of, with or without her. Step 2. Set boundaries. If she's not giving you the respect, the attention, or the energy that you deserve, it's time to set boundaries. Be clear about what you will and won't tolerate. And if she crosses those boundaries, be willing to walk away. Step 3. Embrace indifference. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop letting her actions control your emotions. When you learn to respond with calm, composed indifference, you take back your power. And that, gentlemen, is when everything changes. Let me share a story with you. There was once a man who was deeply in love with a woman. He gave her his time, his energy, his heart, but she didn't value him. She took him for granted. And one day, he realized that he deserved better. So, he walked away. At first, she didn't believe him. She thought he'd come crawling back. But he didn't. And over time, she started to see him in a new light. She realized what she'd lost. And by then, it was too late. He had moved on. That man? He was a Stoic. And his name was Seneca. Or consider the story of a modern-day man who walked away from a toxic relationship. He didn't yell, he didn't argue, he didn't beg. He simply walked away. And in doing so, he reclaimed his power. He became the man he was meant to be. And eventually, he found someone who valued him for who he was. These men understood something that most people don't. Walking away isn't about losing. It's about winning. It's about reclaiming your power, your self-respect, and your peace of mind. And when you learn to do that, you become unstoppable. But here's the most beautiful part. Walking away doesn't just affect you. It affects everyone around you. When you walk away with dignity and self-respect, you set an example. You show others what true strength looks like. You inspire them to rise above their own emotional games, to choose self-respect over validation, to become the best version of themselves. And that, gentlemen, is how you change the world. Not by chasing, not by begging, but by walking away with your head held high. So, as we wrap up this journey, I want to leave you with one final thought. You are stronger than you think. You have the power to walk away, to reclaim your self-respect, and to become the man you were meant to be. But it starts with a choice. The choice to value yourself. The choice to walk away. The choice to be strong. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to take control of your relationships and become the best version of yourself, hit that subscribe button. Share this video with every man you know. Let's build a community of strong, disciplined, stoic men who are ready to change the world, one step at a time. Remember, gentlemen, how a woman reacts when she realizes you've lost interest is a reflection of your strength, your self-respect, and your value. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and stay true to yourself.